Web series.
Oh, the Washington Bullet.
Yeah.
It's on Black. You gotta go to YouTube right now and subscribe. You don't have to subscribe, but it'll be good if you subscribe to Black Set Film and Kings of DC. You're gonna have to go to subscribe to World War Polo on YouTube, and we're gonna try to do different things to run the views up. We just did a fly interview with Pat is Dope. It's gonna drop next Tuesday. I hope everybody go watch that joint so y'all get like a inside scoop of what we doing, like, man, from the hottest blogger in the city, Pat is Dope. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pat is Dope.
Deep. All right. Check you out. Y'all heard it first, man, right here on Phocuz Radio. Make this interview go viral. Up next in the building, y'all, we got Black Set Films.
Can I get that background right there?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Let's just trade spots. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right through the gram. I'm gonna go live on the gram.
Yeah, they big on the gram. Y'all big on the gram.
I went live on the gram with him. I'm getting ready to.
Yeah, I had y'all got a lot of likes on the gram.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
That's your market, Instagram.
Yeah, that's where we started at. You know, Instagram. You know, worked our way to YouTube.
Okay. Black Set Films is in the building.
Yeah,
I like that, man. Black Set Films. That's one thing I forgot to say to Polo, eggs, both of you guys. Why I got you right here. How important, man? What does a black filmmaker stand for?
Man, right now I'm repping progress, man. A lot of people do a lot of talking, man, but we actually walking. So, you know, Black Set, everybody just African American Black Set.
Okay.
You know, it's a group of, you know, entertainers, you know, with a common goal to succeed at the highest level. So, you know, everybody Black Set, we just coming together. It's just African American unity. You know what I'm saying? Something that's unheard of around here. You know what I'm saying? So we just brought all the local talent together, put them in a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like I help them, they help me. So it's like we helping each other, and you know we getting where we got to go at.
Great. I think that like you got directors like Spike Lee, right? Y'all doing the same thing as a director like him did, shorter than just in the DC life. Because he did the same thing, like you said. He go from different state to state, might shoot a movie here, but it's all the same thing. Feel what I'm saying? Try to just show the messages for black people, what we going through all over. You know what I'm saying? Black Set Films, your latest project.
Washington Bullet. That's the latest. I'm a screenwriter. I'm really not a filmmaker. I was kind of forced to be a filmmaker because I ain't really had the funds to pay to get my movies made, so I just did them myself. You know, I wrote them, produced them, shot them, you know, did everything myself. So it was like I forced myself to learn something, and now I actually like it. You know what I'm saying? So now I can say I like being a filmmaker. So, you know, I'm just currently, like, right now I got 22 films written in 3 web series. So I'm trying to hurry up and finish Washington Bullet, the first series, and then I'm gonna come out with the second season, like at the end of the summer. You know, and then I got this little comedy joint similar to Friday, but it's just gonna show all the DC culture. You know what I'm saying? When people say, like, oh yeah, that's,
I think
you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
But it's comedy though, something that everybody in the world can relate to. You know, everybody in the world can relate to comedy. So, you know, we're gonna just try to, you know, bring out that culture before it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Because like right now, you said the gentrification going on. So right now, it's like we losing a lot of our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like Berry Farm's gone. You know, the quarter's gone. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna pretty much be gone in 5 years because, you know, my company is the one that's doing all of the work, knocking everything down, putting up condos. You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't gonna say your company, are you?
My company, yeah. I ain't gonna say that name though, but
I just got an idea with you.
Yeah. They real big though. They got a plan.
Yeah.
But what they trying to do is they trying to make DC. You know, they trying to cater DC to the single people instead of the single families. You know how we came up? It was single families. You know, you got your house, you got mom, dad, brother, sister. Now it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, or it's just bachelor. You know what I'm saying? That's what they catering to now. So if you look at all of the school that was taken down on what's that, Pennsylvania and 8th, we just put condos there. You know what I'm saying? So that was education we had. We could have redid the school, you know, because we got a lot of kids coming into the city now. So we could have just opened that school up, you know what I'm saying, and made it a KIP or something like that. But they decided to turn it into condos. So it's like everything is getting pushed away. You know what I'm saying? Like you see Chocolate City, but then 5 years later, you don't see that no more. So we trying to capture everything before it's gone. But I don't think everything will be gone. But we're going to try to get everything while we can. You know what I'm saying? Filming, talking about it, you know, just kind of like shedding our light on it.
Now, when writing movies, what's your set? You got a certain mood you in? Like how's it done?
No, I mean, I usually do it on my phone. So it's like if I get an idea, like I could be talking to somebody and they could be telling me something about something. I'm like, oh shit, all right. And I just write it down in my notes. When I get home, I put it into a little story form and just go from there. So it's like I get ideas from people around me. You know, like Washington Bullet, most of that stuff is inspired by true events, you know, stuff that I seen or, you know, something that I went through. So I just kind of put it out there in the series so people can kind of relate to it.
Me, when I write, I do a lot of reading. So I read on okay, everything. I ain't giving like a whole factual based joint because like at the end it has to have a positive narrative, and in life it don't always have a positive narrative. That's the gift of being able to write the story,
right?
Because you can dictate how it ends. Like I can give a narrative, but I could put the spin of how I think it could work in a positive view, and instead of having my own like Harry Potter kind of view. I actually like to read, and I think that's really important. So like I read a lot actually, but I don't carry it like I read. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. But I love to read, and when you read, you're gonna get different aspects of ways people done things that in the past. So like that helped me when I'm writing, when I'm thinking like of something that might seem far-fetched. Then I'm like, well, Confucius, he did this, but why can't we done, well, different things. I like Robert Greene, so it's like, reading is how I get my inspiration to write. And so like when my lack of reading, if that's what's gonna slow my writing down.
And a lot of people, we said the same thing last week on the show, but I think what it is, Polo, man, a lot of people don't have the patience. They don't have. You really gotta have patience. You gotta.
You know what? I think that when you're a filmmaker, you should look at it more and don't chase the bag, more or less. If that's what you're in it for, like, all right, that's cool too, I guess. But you're more like a teacher. And so, like, as I'm reading these books, and I know the dudes or the people behind me not reading, I'm reading for us.
Right, yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
So it's like, when I'm telling the story, it's like the same way like we love Tupac. He never really done a lot of the things he rapped about, but he's seen things we didn't see. He been around like these credible people that we never gonna get a chance to be around, and so he can incorporate that into his story. Right. And that's what made it like so awesome. Like, dang, this dude like us, but you feel me? So like when you read and you not being selfish with it. I'm not saying like I'm the most intelligent, because I'm definitely not, right? But I'm reading, and then when you read and you can put some real life, scenarios into your writing and let the people that's behind. Now, what happens when them people start reading books? If God allowed them to start reading books, then some of the things that they seen already, and now they read, and it seems like, oh, this can be really like a real reality. Because it's something that I already kind of saw before, and now I'm reading it, it's like the stamp. I'm like, oh, or like it's like in Kings of DC, I do a lot of reading. Like, you're going to see a lot of B-roll with me reading it. Because, like, if you don't see a black dude from the street, like, I'm banging, I'm going hard. But you're going to also see me reading and doing things of that nature, right? So now when you subliminally, you start putting that together, you know what I mean? It just starts to paint a different narrative. And then, when, these books that I'm actually reading, you know, you get the B-roll or certain titles, and then boom, you're like, hold on. If you smart, you're like, hold on, let me go and see if that's a real. Oh, this what he was reading in the movie, Wop Bop Bing. And then, okay, so I think it's more important that, you know, it's not just telling a good story, because like there's some good stories that got some horrible endings. And we all, you know, grew up and know that this is the truth. I think that sometimes, you know, put the spin to it and give a good scenario out of it. I think that's kind of our job. Like, man, you know, if it's going to be fiction, then let it be fiction where it benefit us.
Exactly.
You feel me? That's how I see it sometimes.
Wow. Black Set, 22 films. Woo.
Yeah, they all shorts, no full lengths. They short, so they like 27 minutes, 32 minutes. You know
what would be your first?
I'm looking at Fallen. That's basically about a guy who liked the girl that didn't like him back, basically.
Damn.
So
I'm going to see that movie.
Yeah, something that most people go through. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that one, and I want to kind of get that out there. You know, kind of show a different side of me, because there's no black people in there. It's all white people. So I want to kind of tap into something different and get a different audience. You know what I'm saying? So, Fallen.
You think, what y'all feel about like a lot of white movies? Why do you think they're so successful? Is it the backing? Is it that white people? Because
it's a lot of things.
Is that white people support more? Or do they just give them that, does America just give them that push, or gives Hollywood that extra push for them?
It's like if
it took like Denzel them like a long time, get nominated and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it got a lot to do with the skin color, man. It's crazy, but you know they got more pull. You know, it's just like they 87% successful coming out the womb. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like that. You know, so they
you said what's the percentage?
87. I learned that from Umar Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He got a kind of watch it. But 87% coming out the womb, like, successful. So it's kind of, it makes it a little harder for us. You know, we got to work a little harder. We got to do a lot of groundwork and all of that. But see, for them, they could just do something bland. You know, they just know somebody. We can know somebody too, but it's not really like that because, you know, it's black. You know, they want to keep us at a certain level. You know, and when they see us clipping that, you know, things happening, you know.
I think we got to kind of change the definition of what we see success is if we want to be successful. Okay, I'm from the projects. I got a movie done, I'm in a web series, and I got a couple of movies written. Am I rich? No. Am I successful though? Success don't got nothing to do with money.
Right, exactly, yeah.
See, the reason why we view them as successful is because we view having money as success. That's why I go back, I say it can't be about money. Because like, if you look at a person who got a wife and the kids and a house and some bills and the struggle, you ask them at 80, 90 years old, did he have a successful life? He gonna say, yeah. You feel me? Because he touched everything that needed to be touched in life. Like if you sit there and you, Caucasian, if you say they successful coming out the womb, you talking about because they born into money. If you talking about the level of their hustle and their grind versus me and mine and the struggles, they can't touch me. So like if the way I view success is the way it's been taught to me, right? Then I'm never going to be successful. It's a good chance I'll never be successful because it's about money, right? I fund my own movements through hard work, right? To me, that's success. I ain't out here doing nothing illegal to fund what I want to do, and it's helping my people eat. Not maybe physically, but I'm feeding minds that if nothing else, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm my own boss, and I got a job. So tell me, like, how am I not successful? What a car make me? I got a car, a nice car. I got that. Like, so whatever money could buy, go. You know, you feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, we have to change how we view success. And a lot of us got the way we look at life through Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and these things like that, and then we put it into our sons in it. So like, if that shows the power of vision. So if you take that and you cut the middleman out, and make that remember, he could have left and went out of town, but the hood kept him back.
Exactly.
How that story would have ended if he'd have left?
Like, yeah.
You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, that's a whole nother story then.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm trying to say? He actually was successful. He made it out. We don't need to know what he did once he made it out. It don't need to be a part two, because a part two only gonna validate that he wasn't successful in part one. You feel what I'm saying? No, it don't matter if he started working at McDonald's. Did he live to get old? Did his boys live to get old? So he was successful. So we gotta kind of look at success as different. Like majority of us can work and hustle. Well, we gonna die broke, but that don't mean we weren't successful. Like look what y'all got right now. This success. And it could grow and it could be something bigger. That's more successful. And if you continue to climb, then the money come. But what y'all doing so much bigger than chasing the bag. You feel? Because like if everybody gotta pay to sit in these seats gonna be empty. But the next successful people that we deem far as money might be just the dudes that's sitting in front of you that wouldn't have been able to pay for this. So like success gotta be looked at different. Like that's why I'm always talking about change the narrative. We gotta change because we different. We not Caucasian. I struggle. You're not gonna tell me I was put on this earth to lose. Because you dictate what winning is. That's not gonna work for me. And for people that have a vision outside of losing, when they come watch these movies, they're gonna see that, like, yeah, the struggle. You see Pursuit of Happiness? Was he successful in the end? But he wasn't rich. He got a house to live in. He was with his son the whole time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that movie right there inspired a lot of boys to be men without the music. Like he thug. I know dudes that real life house to house heart, but love their kids. Like maybe you know what I mean. That's the pursuit of real happiness. So like I think like that's our job as filmmakers to go outside the box and not be afraid to paint pictures that is foreign to us and show people like. This could actually be a reality if, and that once you make it that reality, then you are successful. If you want to, pursue more, you want to chase money, that's cool. Get the bread. But not having bread don't make you not successful.
Yeah, it's all about goals, man. If you got a goal, can't nobody tell you you're successful. I said I was successful when I did episode 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my success.
20,000 views on episode 1 coming out the gate.
I was just like, whoa, I thought I was going to get like 100 views.
23,000.
You know what I'm saying? And it's still climbing. So, success for everybody could be different. It could be money. Right. It could be getting your goals accomplished. It could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm reaching for. Like, I got goals, you know what I'm saying? I got short-term, intermediate, and long-terms. So, I'm working on each and every single day. I'm working on those goals. You know what I'm saying? By me writing, organizing stuff, editing, organizing people, getting people together. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm doing to get these goals accomplished. Because, I don't think nobody want to have a life of, regrets. You know what I'm saying? You want to get everything out there. So I'm doing it while I'm out here now. So I could have just, like, I had my partner, Talk, he not here. He had a little accident.
Shout out to Talk.
Talk, ITF Rands on Instagram. But that's the guy that these two guys kind of like sparked me right quick. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I was like, man, I ain't doing this Washington Bullet, man. I ain't doing that. So, he came to me. He was like, man, I got somebody for the movie, man. I got somebody. Every day he'll come through and say he got somebody for the movie. So that kind of motivate me and kind of inspired me. So, that's what gave me that push. And then I got my man Polo. He was doing the same thing. So that was motivation and inspiration also. So I just like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead full throttle and just, push the red line, whatever. Just keep going. Don't stop.
Right, all day.
Yeah.
We are activists and advocates for the missing and murdered, and we do a lot of events circling around that. Relisha Rudd, what's your thoughts?
Melissa Rudd.
Relisha Rudd, she went missing at DC General Homeless Shelter.
The
The
young,
little 8-year-old.
girl. I was actually locked up with her step pops, and you know, we were cell buddies. He was just telling me about what was going on, how he was feeling and everything, and you know, that was kind of sad, you know, because I got kids too, so
Yeah.
you know, that kind of touched home. You know what I'm saying? Like right here in DC. You know.
I think prayers should definitely go out to her family, right? When I was young, my stepfather, right, he killed my sisters. They was 9 and 7, right? So I know how it feels to like lose someone that young. You know what I mean? So, man, prayer, and you know, I'm not saying prayers like how a lot of people say prayers, but they not praying.
Right.
You know? Like I pray, I'm a prayer, right? So like my prayers really do go out to them, cause like I feel like pain, like that's crazy. But I think us as men, we gotta kind of like start stepping up, and when we see things that ain't right, start to check it. You know, I think a lot of times we just like overlook things and like to mind our business. Like somebody might have saw the little girl, you know, in some kind of situation that wasn't right, and it was much more easier for the person to turn their head or something. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had my 2 little sisters. You know, I had 3 sisters. 2 of my stepfather killed. So like, I just view life a little different. You feel what I'm saying? I think we gotta kind of like be men. Like we gotta learn how to be men.
Right.
You know, so like I said, prayers go out to her family, man. You know, and hopefully they find her or something. You know, you never know, but. It's a wild life we living in.
Would you be willing to do documentaries, centered around these issues? As far as with our missing, we have 20 open cases out here, in DC, 3 out here in Prince George's County. But would you be willing, to, do documentaries?
I got a documentary I'm working on in the next 2 weeks. It's not about that, so like it's about it's called Boys Make Babies, Men Take Care of Them. And we got this narrative that all these dudes is what they call them, deadbeats.
Right.
But I don't see that no more like that. Like, so we gotta kind of touch on this issue because
a lot of good things.
The guys are stepping up.
A lot. I see dudes taking their kids to school, walking in the morning, like. Yeah. That narrative was a real narrative, but it's not the same. So like, I'm gonna do a documentary on that.
The tables have definitely turned.
And that'd be something nice that maybe we could work on, or I'd definitely love to touch on something like that. It ain't, I think anything that's worth listening to is worth working on. And I'm not talking about like, that's a real life issue in this city. And because I think that might got something to do with that gentrification stuff too. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they concentrating on the stuff that used to happen back in the day.
Right.
Okay, they bringing out a lot of, movies about what's happened back in the day, but now we have these new cases and they're totally different from the ones that happened back in the day.
Right.
It's a different time.
Right.
And it attention needs to be brought because it's like this murder shit they got going on, it's like it's on a whole different level.
Yeah.
Than what we,
grew up.
We grew up to.
It was like when you was in the game, that's what you kind of had to worry about. Now it's like, there's people that actually targeted. That was like some Caucasian stuff, like messing with little kids and stuff, like targeting children, we could definitely work on something like that. But like I said, I'm about to do a documentary on like trying to get like us as black men in this area. And if, I'm quite sure maybe outside of this area we got men stepping up too, but I only can talk about what I see. So until I, get outside of DFV real heavy, I only can talk about what I see.
Mm-hmm.
And in this area, I see men taking care of their kids, whether or not the mother wants them to be in the life or not. Like, we just like forcing our way in our kids' life. You know what I mean? And we not really letting child support and a lot of things that held maybe our fathers back, hold us back.
Right.
And so that's what a little project I'm working on in between what we doing to just, keep relevant, not, far as clout chasing, but relevant means talking about something that's worth being watched. Like, I don't want to just produce a live nothing. I want, I want to be able to 10 years look back like, let's look at the Washington Bullet joint, or let's look at Kings of DC or the documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah, fathers are stepping up. It's a different day. The tables have turned, and we have a lot of fathers that are suffering for fighting for their kids. A lot of the children are wind up, dying by the hands of the system or the other parent.
Right.
So it's not a lot of awareness being brought to that.
Right.
We have had several fathers on the show. A father from Ohio who just lost his daughter, 4 years old. She was murdered by her own mom and her mom's boyfriend.
Wow.
So, and he had fought up, up until she died to try to get her. But, they just been sentenced and everything, to life in prison or whatever. But we still have a lot of children out here suffering. And we have a lot of dads that's trying to do the right thing.
Right. Bringing our children home segment, man, is each and every Saturday right here on Phocuz Radio. World Polo and Black Set Films. You are now plugged into Phocuz Radio. Look these guys up, man, on the gram. That's the quickest way to get connected and get plugged in. Like I say, man, we want to speak on some things too. Definitely, man, we need to bring that real case to life. Right. So y'all already know what it is, man. 301-477-2616 is the call-in number. And Polo mentioned, man, and you also have some artists with some heavy music. And we actually got a track that we get ready to get into right here on Phocuz Radio. I haven't even heard it yet, man. I'm telling y'all, that's what I do. So we hearing it first, right?
Yeah.
Right here on Phocuz Radio.
We do it big.
What's the name of this song? What's the name of the song?
Hey.
What song? Okay, song. What song?
I think each and every Saturday, man, bring an artist in, man, from DC in the building, man. Like I say, I don't even listen to the track first till I play it right here on the airways. Frog James, man, bring your track in, and you got an Instagram page and Facebook, and how can the people follow you and hear your music?
It's Fred James.
Fred James.
Yeah,
Fred
no
James.
disrespect, bro.
Yeah, Fred James. I got
right. Because it's Fiigg and James with a Z. No
Fred.
S's on the D, so I get my money right. Yeah, man.
All right.
But yeah, man, this December 20th too, man. This joint about to drop. I'm dropping Monday.
Okay.
I'm dropping the joint Monday. You know what I'm saying? And this is actually one of the first mixes. But I got the master and all that ready, so I can drop it on y'all. And yeah, man, we gonna get busy with me.
Right. What you working on a project?
Yeah, I'm about to. The song is December 20th too. TOO. I'm about to drop the project December 20th too.
Okay.
The number. You know what I'm saying? So, got a couple other things I'm about to. You know what I'm saying? Really drop on the world. Like, I'm coming back.
Okay.
Basically what it is. So, man, Fiigg James with a Z, Frig James on everything, man. World Polo and T Group in here, man. Black Set Films. Hustle firm, you hear me?
Frig James in the building.
Check in.
It's a birthday, so bad, bitch, big bottle, hot refill, roast, ayy, 720, if I got to do the cash, I be ballin', travel coast to coast, nigga, you the best, name, nobody come close, nigga, you the best, name, nobody come close, fuck it, young, and it's a birthday, so bad, bitch, big bottle, hot refill, roast, ayy, 720, if I got to do the cash, I be ballin', travel coast to coast, nigga, you the best, name, nobody come close, nigga, you best and ain't nobody coming close. Nigga, you the best and ain't nobody coming close. Run through the tap, I gotta get it, gotta go. December 20, shorty, I got to. Just have my birthday party like a new year toast. Nigga, you the best and ain't nobody coming near. I'm a CEO, artist, business man, and the host. I'm known for getting though, I'm legendary with the flow. I am a convict with the hoe, I know I said shit before. Nigga, you the best and you be passing every test. Send them on the journey, I'm completing every quest. Bad to the bone, real to the flesh. Nigga, my purposes are introvert facts. I be drunk down shooting in the vertex. I be living that life, I'm an introvert mess. Control chaos, that ain't nothing to Messiah. Nigga, we know shit. We know blow niggas security like that. We know make bad bitch free like that. Made a little pretty cat count shit about that. Had a nigga named a little Bo Big about that. We don't know unlock that mind ain't hard and soul. Make a crystal clear, underline our talent, fold. I'm a whiz, pop a quiz, tell you what it is. Simple man, yo, man, I get it. Fucking young and it's a birthday toast. Bad bitch, big bottle, lot of reef for a roast. Hey, 720 if I got to do the game. I be ball, travel coast to coast. Nigga, you the best and ain't nobody come close. Nigga, you the best and ain't nobody come close. Nigga, you the best and ain't nobody come close. Fucking young and it's a birthday toast. Bad bitch, big bottle, lot of reef for a roast. Hey, 720 if I got to do the game. I be ball, travel coast to coast. Nigga, you the best and ain't nobody come close.